Now in this topic we are going to discuss about the nitrogen need of plant. Plants are synthesizing carbohydrates via photosynthesis process, that we know. But along with the carbohydrates, plants are also making protein and fat for their requirement for their food as their food. So to synthesize protein, plants require nitrogen. When they are making protein, they need to make amino acid, and for the amino acid they require nitrogen. Now how they are taking nitrogen from the nature? So we know that they are taking carbon dioxide from the air, and we know that nitrogen percentage in the air is very high, that is 78%. But plant cannot take nitrogen in a gaseous form. How they are taking carbon dioxide through leaves, through stomata pore, they cannot take nitrogen like that. So in which form they are taking nitrogen? They need it in the soluble form from the soil, and they will take this via water. Along with the water they are taking it, and they are taking it into the soluble form via roots along with the water. So they are taking it from the soil, they are not taking it from the air. How they are taking the carbon dioxide? So the mode of accepting nitrogen is different, and it is via soil. So that's why we often hear that farmers are utilizing the nitrogen rich fertilizer. Why they are utilizing this fertilizer? To fulfill the need of plants for the nitrogen. Now, plants have their own way to take nitrogen from the nature, and they are doing it via symbiotic relationship in between plants and rhizobium bacteria. So this rhizobium bacteria will stay in the roots. They will make a nodule-like structure, and they will stay here into the roots, and they will suffice the need of nitrogen to the plant. Now what is the meaning of symbiotic relationship? When two organisms are living together, and it will be beneficial for both. Both are in turn giving each other something, and they both will survive, and that relationship is known as symbiotic relationship. When we are talking here about plants, then plants will give food and shelter. That they will allow this bacteria to stay here in their roots, and whatever food this plant is making, that will be taken up by this bacteria. So plants are giving food and shelter to bacteria, whereas in turn bacteria will absorb the atmospheric nitrogen, and it will convert it into a soluble form. So gaseous nitrogen will convert it into soluble form so that plant can take up that nitrogen. And in turn they both are giving something to each other, and they both will survive, and it is beneficial for both. So this relationship is known as symbiotic relationship, and with this they will fulfill their need for the nitrogen. All the legume plants have these nodules in their roots. So legume plants means what all dals and pulses we are using in our food, they are termed as legume plants. So they all are having a rhizobium bacteria into their roots, into their nodules, and via this they are fulfilling their requirements for the nitrogen.